A pleasant good day to everyone. So we are now going to tackle about the food and beverage pricing. And for this chapter, chapter 6, we need to manage the food and beverage pricing according to what is the accurate pricing based on the different factors that might affect the pricing of a particular product. So on this chapter, we will going to talk about the menu formats, the factors affecting menu pricing, assigning menu price, and the special pricing. So at the conclusion of this chapter, you will be able, of course, to choose and apply the best menu format to an operation, and to identify, of course, the different variables to be considered when establishing a menu prices. So in your menu formats class, if you have to determine your purchasing, receiving, storing, issuing, and production control, it is important that you need to know the different fundamental areas of the menu format, which includes, of course, the product pricing or both. So menu are the one of the most effective ways wherein the managers can communicate with their guests, especially in a food service operation. So if we talk about the term menu, it actually means two things. And of course, the menu refers to the items available for sale to guests, and in addition, how this menu refers to the specific method in which items available for sale. So there are some facilities that is created to separate the menu for food and beverage products. So regardless of the choice the business makes, the menu is an excellent opportunity, of course, to build a communication sales and service to the facility has to offer. So we have different kinds of menu format. So we have the standard menu, we have the daily menu, and the cycle menu. So let's talk about the different parts like the standard menu. The standard menu, actually, this is considered as the printed. So we can see the displayed menu recited by the service staff and basically communicated to the guests. So this menu is communicated and is already fixed. The standard menu is most typical that is found in traditional restaurant or hotel segment of the hospitality industry. So despite of its advantages, the standard menu does have a drawback from a control standpoint. So first, the standard menu class are often not developed to utilize carryovers effectively. So um, this disadvantage of the standard menu, it has a lack of ability to respond quickly to the market change and product cost change because you cannot change it right away. It is considered as fixed. So if we talk about daily menu in some restaurant, you might elect to operate without a standard menu and instead implement a daily menu. Ito yung menu wherein you can change every day. So this concept is especially popular in some upscale restaurants wherein the chef have their own daily creation as to be viewed now for the guest, now for the eager of the guest to try the different uh, variety of a menu or food. So in this case, I have received a lining has its cloud, so it's very flexible. First item can be popular, and you can also try to alter the different kinds of menu. If you talk about the cycle menu, it is a menu that basically for a specific period of time, there is actually a cycle refers to the length of time for the menu that can be effect that can also affect in a couple of days. And like for example, we have the 7-day cycle, 21-day cycle, the 30-day cycle also. These are the different kinds of land, no? So if we talk about the menu special, so this is regardless of the different menu type used, you can generally incorporate relatively minor menu changes on a regular basis. This offering usually for daily or weekly menu special, and that is menu items that will appear on the menu as you desire, and can also be removed no when they are either consumed or discontinued. So these daily or weekly special are an effort to provide a variety, to take advantage of those low cost ingredients. So this menu special is powerful with regards of control, and it is utilized. It helps to shape the future menu by testing the acceptance of this new menu. Okay. Now, let's talk about the factors that influence menu prices. And again, let's review the profit, now the formula of the profit. It is revenue minus the expense equal profit. So it is important when food service operator find that profit are too low, it is important for us to review the pricing, right? So from this formula, it can either be the two components of total revenue. Price is one component, and the number of items sold generally decrease. For this reason, price increase must be evaluated also for the impact of total revenue and not on the price alone. So we have to know um, the value of the price, the price and value relationship when making a purchase, which is very important. Okay, let's discuss about the factor. The first one is the local competition. This factor is too close with regards of the typical food service operation. So it may seem to some that is advantage. For the others, for the average guest, is vitally concerned with the price and nothing more. So the local competition in reality, there's a small variation in price generally to make a lot of difference with your guests. So you have to also be considered uh, to be one of those uh, restaurants, no? Like for example, restaurants or hotels that can be in a local competition, and this competition must be affordable in terms of or in relation with the pricing of the industry that surrounds you guys. And for this, your competition selling price is somewhat important when establishing the price, but it is a well known fact in food service that someone can always sell a lesser quality product for a lesser price. For the service levels, guests expect to pay more for the same product. When service level are higher, then they can have the soda sold from a vending machine, or it is because it's generally less expensive than a soda so served by the human being. So it depends on the service level. As you can see, this is not just to imply that menu price increase based on the service level are reserved inclusively to pay for the labor required to increase those service level. That's why if you are going to eat in fast food and in the fine dining, the price itself is different because somehow you also pay for the service level. So in the hospitality industry, those companies that have been able to survive and thrive over the years done so because of the uncompromising commitment to the higher level of guest service. And then we have also the guest type. Some guest type are simply less price sensitive than others, so um uh we have to be aware of those guests, no? Food products such as sandwiches, fruit, etc. We have to look for alternative uh, type of uh, type of products and services that relatively the same price, no? The guests here must be identified, and for the speed and convenience they are willing to pay for a premium price. There are some guests like that. There are also some guests that they want expensive restaurants, and they are not um, really into, or what they call this, the money is not a problem to them because they can able to pay according to their preference. So here on the guest type, we have to be sensitive with the type of guest that we will able to deal with. And then we have the product quality. In nearly every instance, the guest quality perception of any specific product offered for sale. And in the food service business, you can range from very low to very high. So this is not to say that the wholesomeness of or safety of this product will vary. As an effective food service manager, you will choose from variety of, quality levels when developing product specification. Then we have also the portion size, which is very important because in the portion size, it plays a large role in determining the menu pricing. It is relatively misunderstood concept because the most this is considered as the second most significant factor, no, in menu pricing, overall menu pricing. So the great chef knows the people eat with their eyes first. This relates to the presentation of the food. Okay, in some dining situation, particularly in all you care to eat operation, previously um, mentioned principle against holds true. So the proper dish size is just a critical as the portion or the proper size scoop of a product. So many of today's consumer prefer lighter food with more choices in fruits and vegetables. So the portion size of these items can be increased at a fairly low increase. So we have also the ambience, wherein if people ate only because they were hungry, a few restaurants would be open. No, but people eat out of variety of reasons, some of which have a little to do with food. They would like to see the fun and companionship, time limitation, adventure, and a variety of reasons, right? So, in fact, the operator in such a situation is selling much more than food and just deserve an increased price in most cases. So, here we have another factor, which is the meal period. In some cases, diners expect to pay more for an item served in an evening than the same item served as a lunch period. So it depends on sometimes this is the result of a smaller portion size, no? And it really depends on the portion for the meal period with regards of the pricing. Location can be a major factor in determining of price because one needs to look no other than American what do you call this different um location that with amusement parks, sports. There are some location that has a different team aspect, so you can just also consider the location as part of the menu pricing because sometimes the location they have a bigger rent for that, so it affects the pricing of the products and services. We have also the sales mix wherein it heavily influenced the menu pricing decision, just the other purchase decision that will influence the total product cost. No? So here, with the price blending refers to the process of pricing products with very different individual cost percentage in groups with the intent of achieving a favorable cost no situation. So it ibig sabihin class, the sales mix affect the price because of the different factors like for example the from the supplier, um, the operation itself for the chain wherein we are trying to look into the transportation price, the if the supply is affordable. So managers can respond to the situation by employing a concept called the price blending. So a sales mix mostly it's a pricing decision because of guest purchase decision will influence the total product cost. So assigning the menu price, we have the product cost percentage and the product contribution margin. So let's talk about first the formula on the food cost. So In order for you to establish the food cost percentage, you need to know first the cost of the food sold, no, the raw mats. Before you will going to divide the food sales, no, how much will you be going to put the percentage of your sales, no, with regards of the selling price. So that's considered as the food cost. For example, your food cost is 45 and you're gonna sell it for 90, so that would be point 0.5 or point 0.50. You have to multiply that in 100. That's 50%. So all in all, the selling price that you have is 50%. So like for example, for hamburger, the item cost is 45 and you're desiring to have a food cost of 100%. So if you will divide it to uh, if you're gonna multiply this one to 100%, so it will be 90 pesos for the desired selling price. So if you have the hamburger and the number of sold and cost, like for example, you have 10 items that is sold and 10 times 45, which is the normal food cost, then you're gonna have the 450. But if your selling price is 90, you have to divide that 90 into 900, so that's 100%. If you propose to sell it in 90 pesos. Okay, so the competition for the contribution margin, meaning if you have the selling price and then you have also your product cost. So, like for example, 90 minus 45 pesos, if the product cost is 45, so 45 pesos is your contribution margin. So, special pricing also can contribute to the pricing of the products and services, wherein sometimes you give coupons, you give value pricing, like the bundle, no, and the value pricing is like the combo wherein they could save money out of that price. Then they have bundle like mix and match. Like we have also, we try to connect the salad bars into the menu, and then we put some a free bottle of wine, and then we combo it with the beverages, so that's special pricing. So that's how it comprise the menu pricing class. And I hope that you learned something from the different principles of menu pricing.